I'm going to ask you a question that you must have been asked 1,000 times on this press junket, but were your thoughts when the starring John Cho hashtag began trending about 3 years ago?
Um, I was weirded out because it was not me doing it, but it was my face, and people were talking about me, but not me. You know what I mean? It was this disconnect. Um, but then as I investigated further, I was blown away. I thought it was so clever, so important because all these ideas that we've been talking about, representation and all that, we were talking about in kind of an old media way. Dialogue, articles, think pieces, opinion, op-eds, and stuff. But he did it in an instant. There was just this poster. It was the Avengers with an Asian face, and it said, "This isn't weird," and you were compelled to say, "No, I don't think so. That looks like a normal poster," and then. And in an instant, your mind is changed, and it's something that could only happen in the digital age. We couldn't have had, this hashtag starring John Cho via magazines or newspapers. It could only happen through Twitter and Instagram.
So, one of the things that was so interesting about this film, and I remember reading somewhere, this is the first, I believe, American contemporary thriller with an Asian American lead. So, what is it like sort of being a pioneer of groundbreaking roles, both with this and then even with your role in Star Trek with Sulu being the first gay character in the Star Trek canon?
Um, I'm glad to be in these movies first and foremost, and glad to be in quality stuff. I try not to think about being the first anything, and I don't think it's. I hope that no one movie or one actor has to carry any kind of mantle. What I like that's happening right now, this month in particular, with all the releases that are coming out, is that there's a plurality of expression, and so I hope we go away from talking about representation to more talking about expression and telling stories, and when more of us are telling stories, I think all these issues get resolved naturally. So I look forward to that. And that's what I'm most excited by, is this starting something cool.
So, what drew you in particular to this movie and this role?
Most of all, I was attracted to the story, the genre. It was a real page turner. It was such a engaging story, page to page. I couldn't guess. I didn't see the ending coming, and I wanted to be in this genre, this thriller genre. And at first, I was not keen on doing, something that took place on screens, but once Anish assured me that it was going to be a cinematic experience, I was on board, and I think that's what we made.
Definitely. It's a marvelous film.
Oh, thanks.
So I think we only have a couple seconds left, but just what was sort of the challenge of being the sole point of view in the entire film?
Yeah, I guess all the things that I relied on as an actor, people, other angles, those weren't there, and so it was. I just felt a little adrift, a little lost. But we tried our best. I tried to be as authentic as I could, and tried to be as specific as I could, with Anish's help. But yeah, I just was not sure whether it was all gonna come together. I never really felt confident because I didn't have anything to measure off of.